before we get into this video, if you're not a subscriber, subscribe now. And if you like the video, give it a like. It doesn't cost anything. Keep it nice and easy. Hello everyone, we're back in the garden, finally. The weather's great. I got my missus's shades on because the sun has been killing my face this week. And these are just going to help me. These are only an old set. I had a set of Ray-Bans, but I lost them in the pub, so now I'm not allowed to have any more. And that's me saying I'm not allowed to have any more, not the missus. Because I just lose them all the time. Look at that, what a beast. Husqvarna. That is Stoke Stoves and Property Maintenance. If you don't know them already, head over to their channel, that's my brother's. This is their tool. They brought it round for me this morning. Go and pick it up so we can get all this compacted. I'm on my last stint, getting that hardcore in there. Once this hardcore area is all filled with hardcore, I'm going to give it all a compact with this beast. Look at it, 104 decibels. I don't know what the vibration rate is on it, like the kilonewton down into the floor. I bet if I asked Scott he'd know. But I reckon that's at least 8 kilonewton, at least. Well, there's going to be more than that, isn't there? It's going to be more than that. But we're going to get all this done. Then I'm going to get my limestone grit. I'm going to put that all over the top. I'm going to compact all that as well. And I want to run it flush. This at the minute has got about 25mm down. But once I give it a right good compact, it'll probably go to about 35, 40, maybe. And then I'm going to level that round to the top of this. And then that's where the grass is going to hook straight over. So this is on a mild slope. All of it's on a slope. But it's going to be a good job done. And it's absolutely red hot. It's already about 21, 22 degrees. It's only about 9 o'clock in the morning. So let's get that patch filled in and then we'll kick this up. Now that's what I call service. Bacon and egg on the buses, delivered, and I'm going to get that down me. And obviously we've still got the biggest job of all, putting the washing out. It's my favourite. Not really. It's my makeshift washing line, but it's doing the job fantastically. Spider webs everywhere. Oh yeah. Feel the burn. Okay, so I've got it all covered now. That's all the hardcore gone. I like to spread it a bit thin in places, but it's not perfectly flat. It's not bad. Now I'm going to get that whacker kicked in, get it all flattened off. S-Dog's only gone and left it dry for me, hasn't he? Now it's in the tank. Oh wow, this lad done give nothing away. Never. Lucky just be using it, I think. I don't know where my funnel is though. So it's just going to be a bit of it aim and go here. You must use this a lot. That'll do it for now. See how far that gets me. Shut this. Job done. Let that little bit of petrol evaporate before I use it. And then we'll kick it in. Don't want to light it on fire, that'd be like 1200 quid up in smoke. I don't think he'd be very happy, do you? My mate's happy though. I've just had to get all the bloody washing in because the dust that comes off this is a nightmare, isn't it, Bruce? Oh yeah, it is. Right, we'll try again. Okay, so now I've got the stone down, all this is flat. I'm not going to put my grit on yet. What I'm doing is I'm stringing a line through. I'll show you what I've done. I've put a nail, a screw in this end, and I've put one exactly the same in the other side of the fence. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a line through that, and then that'll give me a straight line from end to end. Then I'm going to cut some of these batten up into small stakes. I'm going to sit them behind this side of the line, and I'm going to set them all level from this end, because this is my highest point, right down to the other end. And I'm going to do them 4 foot spaces apart, because I haven't got a laser level with me. So I'm just going to put these little stakes all the way across the line at the back edge, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix some concrete, put a small footing in all the way across, and then I'm going to sit block flat on top of that, and that is going to be the base for my workshop. That's going to be the front leading edge, so that'll be perfectly level all the way through. So there you can see now that line that goes all the way through unhindered. That is going to be the line for the front of my workshop. Now I'm just going to stake all this out, and I only want about, I'm not going to go mad on concrete, because at the end of the day I'm not sure what to put on it yet. I'm not sure whether to I might build all this in block, because the expense of timber at the minute is through the roof. It's nearly double what it was like a couple of months ago. So for me to do this in timber now, I priced it up before, it was about 2,000 quid in timber. I reckon it's going to be a lot more than that. It's going to be double for that. It'll nearly be 3.5, 4 grand in timber. So it wouldn't cost me that to do it in blocks. So I reckon I'm going to build it in blocks myself. So stake it out, get it ready for a footing. I don't know how much time I've got. Let's see what time it is. I've got till 2 o'clock. It's 12 o'clock now, so I've got 2 hours. So I'll stake it out. I don't know if it's going to be viable to get the mixer out. It gives me an hour and a half really, set up and clean up and all that. It's going to be very tight. I may just end up staking this out and then getting some grit round for what it's worth. And no, I haven't got to dig any deeper. I'm going to set up like a shutter against every one of these pegs, because this, you can see how deep I am here. Well, I've already dug down. There's about 300 or 400 there. And I've just give this a clear through, and now I'm going to give it a whacker underneath to go on, and then I'll start setting these pegs. Give it a good whacker while I've got it. Right, there's only a few things you need for staking out. You could do it with a saw, but I've got a circular saw just for speed. Tape measure, measuring your lath, your battens. Get a few pieces of this, a pencil, a lump hammer for knocking them in, and your level. I reckon this is 8.4 meters across, this is 1.2, so I'm going to need 7 of these, 7 stakes, 7 or 8 stakes. So I'll just cut them about 8 inches so I can knock them in about 4 inches, so they hold pretty well. And I reckon, just as a guess, 8 inches is about there, but we'll soon see. Oh, that's 225, that's a brick and a joint, bang on. Have a look at that. That's how I always judge everything, on a brick. That's close enough for me. Brick will do. Just get this on here and then run it through. It's only got to be rough. There's 3 done. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, and that should be enough. You want to pick your starting height. Mine's going to be nothing special, but I want to make sure that I'm somewhere around the bottom of that for my concrete. I don't want my concrete being any higher than my finished floor in here, so I'm only going to have my concrete up to about there, which gives me about 3 inches this end, but it's going to be a lot more down that end. Right, set my stakes up this side. And which way do I want them? The way that they're not going to push the easiest. I'm going to set them flat, in fact. I think that's about right for me. That's all I want. Let's have a look, underside of that. Yeah, that's about right. That's all I want. I'm going to do that now, all the way across. I'm just going to level off the top. I'm just going to level off the top of this one. So, it's probably easier to see from there. I'll get my next stake. I'm just going to make sure I've got it to within my level. I hit it back off the line and then pull it. And I'm close, that's got to go down a lot yet. It's off on the bubble, a couple more taps. That is a tiny tap away from being perfect. Right, there you go, see? And we're going to do that all the way across. It's probably the easiest method to do. It's not the most accurate, but it's within building tolerances. Let's put it that way. I'm just going to keep doing that all the way across now. You can see that the ground is already pretty level. Right, I'll do that all the way across. Good tip when doing this is, say you're starting on your first peg and that reads perfectly level. It doesn't matter how good your level is, sometimes you may have inconsistencies. So on your next one, switch your level around and put it on again. I mean, this is a good level, but if there's an inconsistency going that way, if you switch your level around and you do it to the next one, it'll be perfectly level. That's just how it works. So when I installed these fences, this side behind me and that side, which is 8 meters away, that from there 8.4 meters away, would you believe that the difference in height is only 30 millimeters? That is all, 30 millimeters. I did all that by eye. I never put a level through from that fence to that fence. I just graded it off by eye. And that's straight up, that is. I'm not telling you no lies. So look what I've got from the bottom of this, flush, down. You can see the length on the stakes, gradually getting a little bit higher, and that's what I've pulled through with a level. And that's what I've got there. 30 mil from there to there, it's 30 millimeters. I don't think that is bad going across a nearly 8.5 meter opening. I think that's bloody good. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to shove some concrete in there, and then it's going to take a coarser block flat on top of it. Yeah, concrete I may do a course of block flat, or I may do a course standing up, but the permitted building height is 2.5 meters to roof. So I need to keep the foundation as low as I can. I'm gonna have to dig all this out now, because obviously if I'm gonna do it in block, I'm gonna need a suspended floor in there. I think concrete's still not the way to go. I'll probably just do a suspended floor, because concrete's just too much work trying to carry concrete through up there or through these woods. I mean, I've cleared all this top area off now and just chucked all the branches just along the footpath side. Look how dark it is in here with these woods. Not any sunlight gets through. I mean, it's red hot today. Look at the sun out there. There's not a pinch of sun in here. And some of these trees want clearing, really, so as they can let some new stuff grow up off the floor, rather than just all this. I mean, everyone else is behind everyone else's house is just all weeds. Look, all weeds, thorns. But it's not going to be like that behind mine. I'm gonna do something with this space, even though it's the council's. I'm not going to use it for myself, but I'm going to keep it tidy. I'm going to maintain it, and to be just a nice place to sit, more than likely, but we'll see. But it's time to get the mixer out, I think. What time is it? 12:25. In fact, I've got to set up the shutters. Set up the shutters first. Right, we've been out for dinner, come back. It's about 5:20. We had a nice three-courser. There's my oldest gal down. You don't very often see the light of the sun, as you can see. Listen, I'm your daddy, I can say what I want. Have you ever seen the sun? She's sat in the shade right now. Anyway, I didn't do any concrete earlier because it was too hot and I don't want it not curing properly. So I've just started shoving some of this grit down again, and I'm getting it, just leaving it higher than the block, because then when I give it a whacker down, it'll sit nice and level and it's not going to sink past. I want it to be raised up slightly anyway. You've seen these. I've got this ready for put some concrete in now. Got my peg heights, pull that across. I'm going to pour this tomorrow morning and get this all the way through here, and then I've got something for the limestone grit to butt against, because at the minute it's just loose on the edge, which is what you don't want. So concrete pour is going to happen tomorrow. All my pegs are there ready, but for now I may as well carry on moving a bit of grit up here. Got a couple of ton out the front. The weather's lovely for it, so I may as well make use of it. I'll carry on, and we'll see how much of this we can get done today. But tomorrow, definitely concreting in the morning, and we'll probably even put that course of blocks through to get that done as well. Stay tuned. Morning everyone, it's first thing Sunday morning and we've got the mixer on. We're going to do a concrete mix this morning, just a standard 4-in-1. It's for that back footing, for the shed base. It's call it a shed, the workshop base. And it's just for the front of that. I need that in so as I can run the artificial grass up to it, so let's get on with it. I've already put my cement in. There's already plenty of water in there. We'll give it a bit more, it won't hurt. I want a fairly wet mix because the sun is dead off and it's only 8 o'clock already. Oh that'll do me. That's the consistency I want. Still standing up a bit, but good enough. Okay, that's the first half batter. I'm using the old Marshalltown floating trowel. I've had this for some years, I tell you. I've had that a lot of years. A lot of years. Let's get this up. Yeah, like that. Right, all we want to do is just feather it into where you want it and then give it a good tamp up. Probably haven't put enough down there. But I got to go mad with it. Just get that in there. Get it nice and filled up. I ain't got no poker, I ain't got no steel. But this is just a bit of a cheap job, it's not an expensive one. Come on. As long as it's good enough for my block work, that's the main thing. Give it a lovely tamp. And then you're just going to finish top of the pegs. It doesn't matter if it's down a tiny bit from the peg, as long as it's all the same. You can. I've set this little batten up here just so I can run off the top of it. And I've got a nice flat surface then. These pegs, they're not going to be left in the concrete, I'm going to pull them out after. As long as I've got a block up here, and that's all I care about. Put a bit more in there. That's how far I need. Be a lovely job. I don't know if I'm going to have enough with going all the way across. Probably not, but we'll see how far it gets us. Because all I'm going to do, run that to there, and then I'm going to take this timber off and move it across because I haven't got enough timbers for all the way across the yard. Well, that gets me 4 foot. I've got to do 8 mixes, that means. Well, how many spaces are there? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spaces. So I need at least 7 mixes out of it. I don't think a ton has quite got it. But look at that. That's perfect, that is. Brilliant. And all I'm going to do after is fold this over and cover it up so the sun doesn't blitz it all day. So I left that concrete earlier. I've been out, been up the mother-in-law's. Bit of a paddling pool party. Alright. And this concrete is now absolutely solid. That's where I left covered. Still got, I'm going to leave that covered as well. A little bit slimy down there. I'm going to leave that covered. The longer you can keep it covered, the better. This off has been out the sun a lot. This off, I managed to keep some of it covered up, try to keep some of the hydration in it. Ideally, if you're doing your own footing for something, you do want to put steel in it. Hey up, baby! My baba's had a bath. And here's my boy. Oh, he's here. Come on then. Yep, he's here. He's going to attack something that's not there. Anyway, if you're going to put a footing in, really, you know, everything I've done there, setting up the levels, all that kind of process, and then I used a trowel to smooth it all off. That is what you want to do. But you do want to put steel in it. Now this is my house. If it was a customer's house, I'd be charging them for steel and putting steel in, but this is mine, so I can do it whatever way I want. And before anyone jumps on the bandwagon saying, you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that, I already know. So, if you've liked this video, give it a like. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe to the channel, it's free. You know the rest. Hit that notification bell in the corner, and then you'll always be notified every time I upload a video. Keep it nice and easy.